We're back live on the CriblCon 25 CriblCast news desk. My name is Bradley Chambers. I am back with one of the, I would say, most famous Criblanians, Dariann Kobe. She oversees our education program at Cribl, which I think is pretty unique. You know, one of the things that Clint Sharp, our CEO, co-founder, is very passionate about, and I am too, and I think we all are, is that virtual education certifications should be free. Why do you? I guess really the question is, why do you think some companies don't do that?
I don't know why anybody. I don't know why that isn't the norm. Why would you charge thousands of dollars for someone to purchase your software, and then thousands of dollars more to teach them how to do it? I mean, at the end of the day, we want everyone to be successful. They're going to have a better experience with our products if they know what they're doing, and that's really the premise for what we do in Cribl U, is teach you to know what you're doing.
Many years ago, I was at I'm not going to name the vendor, but I was at a luncheon, or it was a dinner. They were having some of their channel partners from the region down, and the complaints from the channel partners back to the vendor were the cost of certifications. And like when they hire new people, and these are like smaller resellers, like they may have like 4 or 5 employees, but they have a wide customer base in their area. And they said, look, it's prohibitive for us to hire people. And I leaned over to the guy and I was like, what do y'all charge for that? I was like, if they hire more people and they're trained, they sell more. Like that's so. And I think that's what people miss. So I'm so passionate that we made the certifications for free. Now, one of the things that was unique about CriblCon this year is we have a campus experience. So first in-person training.
First official one.
How did that go? It was yesterday. How did it go?
So it was so good. So so campus experience, as you said, is our first Cribl-sponsored in-person training day. And so what we did this year is we broke it down into 2 tracks. So there was a more fundamental core track and then a advanced track for people that have been around the block a couple times. It went off so good. We had some great feedback. We purposefully made sure that each track had a certain amount of hands-on experience, because truly that's what we believe. You can only sit through lectures so much. You can only sit through online courses for so long. When you get your hands on the keyboard, that's where the magic really starts to happen. That's where all that knowledge sort of sticks. You can listen to it, but once you're actually doing it, but the whole intent really with the curriculum at Campus Experience was practical data application skills. So the whole purpose was for them to get in the classroom yesterday, and if they were in their environments today, walk away and apply some of that knowledge immediately in their environment. So it wasn't this is how you do this in Stream, or this is how you do this in Edge. It was, this is how you achieve this end result using whatever mix of products or whatever concept they needed to get to.
I see our internal conversations, and when our sales engineers or our sales managers, they bring feedback from customers about our education program, and sometimes it's constructive feedback.
Oh yes.
We always say feedback is a gift, and we want people, like, if they have an issue, like, let us know. And I love how your team will always take that from a very consultative approach, and not get defensive, because I think honestly, if I built one, I would probably get defensive, because that's your baby. You built that.
I know, it's okay though.
It's evolving.
You can call my baby ugly. It's fine.
New people, when new customers sign up, they have new opinions, and oftentimes it's just like something that may be worded differently to help understand.
Yes.
And we've evolved. These certifications have evolved over time and gotten better.
They have.
And certainly as our products evolve, they have to.
Yes.
Now, we recently launched a Cribl Certified Engineer program, and I will say there is one customer who has been in my DMs for a better part of a year, wanting to know what program. Now, it is available now.
Yes.
So what is Cribl Certified Engineer, and who's that? What's different about it, and who's it for?
Yeah. So actually, to hit on one of your earlier points, so we take feedback incredibly well. Anyone can email training@cribl.io to get us feedback on anything. I don't care if it's a typo. I don't care if it's weird spacing. If you don't like a button, I mean, we take it all into consideration, and we actively make changes to make sure that we are meeting users at the level that they want to learn, or where they want to learn, or how they want to learn. And engineer is actually one of those things that came out of feedback. So we've had a roadmap planned for a family of certifications, and engineer's always been on there. But where feedback really took a big play, or where that really played into it, is in helping us identify the knowledge gaps that are necessary at a certain level, right? Like, we are with engineer kind of drawing a line in the sand saying, this is what it means to be a Cribl Certified Engineer. This is what it means to be an admin. And these are the skills that you need to adapt and learn at the level 1 user, at the level 2 admins, and at the level 3 engineer. The biggest difference I would say between engineer and the existing admin, because I get that question a lot, I've been getting it a lot here, is admins are very how-to, so it's very much how to do this in stream, right? Those administrative skills that really a lot of different people should have if they're living in and out of our products consistently. Engineer is not for everybody. Engineer takes challenges up another level. Not only do you have to have the existing admin prereqs, but you also have to take a prereq exam. If I could, I would require a minimum of 6 months experience out in the wild, whether it's in data, using Cribl products, whatever it is, for folks to get into engineer. I can't do that, so we have another prereq exam that folks are going to expect. But the biggest difference is it's more conceptual. It explains the why behind certain data strategies. So if you're working with your data architect and they're saying, hey, you need to go implement this, engineer is going to help give you the skill set to understand the why behind maybe some of the decisions they're making, and or the why behind, okay, I need to achieve this end goal, I'm going to do it this way because of these reasons. So again, it takes conceptual to another level. So it's not so much the how-to, it's the why behind why you should do things a certain way.
You know, you and I have been at Cribl. Some would say we're like OGs, original coach, or however they say it. And I remember years ago when we first started seeing Cribl Certified on job applications.
Yes.
And now we see it, like at the time we would in our Slacks, we would post every one of them.
Oh,
well, now
like massive virtual high five.
Oh my gosh. Well, now it's like every day. So it's like, it's almost, and I think too, you know, when IT, I mean, there's a little bit of like timid, like, you know, it's like the quote unquote AI is coming for everybody's jobs. This is your time is valuable. So I'm not saying that their certifications, they are no cost, but your time is valuable.
Yes, time is money.
But this is, if you're an IT engineer who's really looking to take the next step in your career, these certifications, this is what you do. You're not having to go, I mean, again, we have, you know, this is our first Cribl sponsored, you know, in-person experience, but like at any point, if you don't have, if you're just starting today, maybe you're a junior engineer, maybe you're, you know, an expert in a different tool, this is a way to augment your skill set.
100%.
And this could be the way you level up your next job.
Well, and that's one of the things we really ensure. So yes, you learn about Cribl products. Yes, you learn the best way to implement them, which ones to use, all of the above. But Cribl products lend themselves to a really great conversation about the entire life cycle of data management, and therefore it's a great tool to use to explain the different strategies and teach the different ways, the better practices to implement those bigger concepts. So especially in the certifications, we make sure that people walk away with those kind of portable data skills that would apply really no matter, you know, what job you're getting into. If you're working in IT and security, especially in the data field, you're going to want these skills. They will set you apart from others on the team. But again, first and foremost, it's something that we teach the Cribl products, but by teaching the Cribl products, you're really understanding a larger data strategy at play.
Well, a good example is we talk a lot about the data tiering strategy. And when you learn about stream, edge, certs, lakehouse, you learn about all these components.
They all fit into one nice puzzle.
You then understand, like if you're a sim engineer and that's what you do, you're used to do, you come away with this and thinking the sim's really, really important, but it's now just a piece of the telemetry puzzle, and you don't want to put all your data in there. And then that's where, again, you get that hands-on knowledge and you can work with the products, but you also come away with that consultative approach. You can go to executives and say, look, we're actually changing how we think about data. We're going to tier this away, and different data has different value, and that's the kind of that knowledge you walk away with. That's that like human knowledge. That's that, you know, I don't even want to use the term influencer, but you're like an internal influencer with your company. Like 100%. This is how we should be thinking about our data.
It's a bigger picture.
It's a bigger picture. So last question. Well, I got a couple more questions, but last education focused question. What's next for Cribl University?
You know, there's always something on the horizon. Always something. So Architect is coming. I can't say when. I would love to say when, but Architect is definitely next from a certification standpoint. But Cribl U itself, kind of trickle it out there. We're calling it Gen 2 Cribl U internally, right? To kind of put a face on it. Around the February, March-ish timeframe, if you sign into Cribl U, it's going to look different. It's going to feel different. It's going to work differently. You'll have a different experience in it. We are keeping all the content will stay the same, but we're also going to start packaging it differently. So my team worked really closely with the Cribl UX research team to help identify practitioner personas. They identified their practitioner personas. We are now working to one, help confirm them, but also figure out in the jobs to be done under those personas, we are going to be creating learning paths so that you don't have to come in and just take a certification. You can come in and take an hour, 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever it is, a mix of content that is either pulled from certifications, other curriculums that are very, very focused on either jobs to be done that then are packaged up more so for bigger practitioner personas. So this is great for expanding teams when new team members are coming to join. You don't want to send them through the entire certification family. I get it, even though it's awesome, you should. But we're again, what came out of user feedback is, I really just want to know about Edge, or I just really want to know about Stream. What do I need to know in either my first 90 days of becoming a Cribl customer, or hey, I have a person coming on that's going to specialize in data onboarding. Just give me the material that's going to teach that one person. They don't need to know about platform administration, just data onboarding. So we are, again, listening to the learners, and hopefully delivering material, either the same material just packaged differently, or new material that's going to really meet them where they need to be.
Again,
a whole bunch of cool stuff.
as we wrap up, my last question is, what's been your favorite part about CriblCon so far?
Oh,
you can't say campus experience.
I have to
can't
say
campus. No, you can't say it.
I have to.
Outside
Only halfway through day one.
Outside of campus experience, what's been your favorite part? And you can't say this either, because I know that'd be second best.
I mean, I got to sit in on the keynote. I mean, this is kind of a funny detail. I loved them talking back to like, hey, computer, do this for me. That was really cool. The graphics are amazing. I mean, our design team is just so kick-ass. Honestly, I love seeing faces from last year, from the last few CriblCons, new faces. The fact that we are not in Vegas and we're here and people came to us, I mean, it's so exciting. So I wish I could narrow it down to one, but again, if I had to, it'd be campus experience. For
me, I'm actually seeing one of my favorite partners walk behind me right now, Logan Carter. He'll be on the show later, but again, it's a people business, and you build these relationships. So again, thanks for everybody for listening. So again, if you have feedback, it's training@cribl.io, and I think Dar responds personally to everyone within Kitty.
Me or my team.
She does an excellent job. Again, we don't view education as something that's like we have to do. We view it as an investment in our customers, because we invest heavily in this, and we view it as we invest in our customers, we invest in this education, and then they can further invest in our products. So
100%.
It's something that we're super passionate about at Cribl. Thank you for watching. It's again, Cribl University is always free. It's open 24/7.
It is.
If you want to take a certification on Christmas Day, you can do that.
You go do you, boo.
Thanks everybody for listening, and we'll be back at the CriblCon 25 CriblCast News Desk later on. Thanks for watching.